Welcome to session 2, part 2 of cloud computing for beginners. In this session, we are going to discuss about full virtualization, para virtualization, partial virtualization. We are going to dig deeper into full and para. What is the difference between full and para? And we are going to study about what is partial virtualization.
Hello learners, welcome to session 2 of module 2 Cloud Computing for Beginners. In this module, we are going to have an insight about types of hardware virtualization. The session summarizes the concepts of hardware virtualization like full, para and partial. We can see about full and para. Learners, do you have any idea about types of hardware virtualization? Can you remember what we have seen in part 1 of types of virtualized environment? Yes, coming to the parts, it is nothing but full, para and partial virtualization. So for these three types of virtualization, the foremost ring structure is very essential. This figure shows 4 ring types: ring 0, ring 1, ring 2, ring 3. Ring 0 is hypervisor, which is used for binary translation and instruction catching. Ring 1 is guest operating system, which will be unmodified code base or a VMM unaware mode. And ring 3 is user apps. So this ring structure will be more essential for full, para and partial virtualization. This is a structure which is for x86. We are going to discuss about full virtualization. This figure clearly shows full virtualization structure. This virtualization is otherwise called as binary translation. So this full virtualization is not full. In one stage, it is called as binary instruction set as well. So this particular figure represents x86 hardware architecture. In this, we are having 4 rings as we have mentioned above. Ring 0 is VMM, ring 1 is guest OS, ring 2 is nullified, ring 3 is user apps. So ring 0 is otherwise called as hypervisor. Ring 2 is nullified. It is meant for specialized kind of instructions which will be served whenever there is a necessity. Ring 1 is for guest OS. Ring 0 is a VMM, otherwise you can call it as host hardware. So during execution, this is served as host computer. Guest OS and VMM will communicate with each other. Guest OS wants to be performed at any system level activities if it is needed. So guest OS will do binary translation. So VMM is called the host computer. Conversion of binary translation to machine understandable will be performed between guest and VMM. Then the VMM will communicate with the host hardware. This is like full virtualization. Here, no need of hardware assisted or OS assisted virtualization in any sense. Turnaround time will be higher because it is not depending on any sort of assistance. The OS is two, guest and host. Guest will be unaware that it is under virtualization mode. This hardware is completely virtualized by host, and so it will assume that it will give commands to host only. It will not know the host is virtualized. So GIST is unaware about whether the environment is virtualized or not. Hardware is virtualized by host OS so that the GIST can issue commands to what it thinks is actual hardware. Non-virtualized instructions are replaced by kernel code into new set of instructions that may affect virtual hardware intended by the programmer. Programmer wants to change if it is needed. No missing out of any virtualization. So this type of virtualization called as binary or full does not require OS or HVM to virtualize any sensitive or privileged instruction. Whenever using this full virtualization, isolation will be done separately, security will be more, migration can happen, portability will be improved. VMware and most virtual servers of Microsoft is example of this full virtualization. Next, when coming to para-virtualization, this is OS-assisted virtualization. This figure represents para-virtualization. Here also there are 4 rings. We are having one extra layer termed to be as virtualization layer, which is called as hypervised layer in between guest OS and host computer. Para is a prefix which is called to be as an alongside or beside. This is termed to be as along with some sort of extra features, that is with guest OS. So it is called as OS assisted virtualization. Here guest and hypervisor will have communication, which will improve the performance and efficiency of the virtualized environment. Here also we are having 4 rings. Ring 0 is guest OS. Ring 1 or ring 2 are nullified, which is used for backups, which will be helpful for recovery. Ring 3 is for user apps. Directly it will execute the user instruction and serves the host computer. So this kind of virtualization para gives call to the virtualization layer from guest OS. It will act as a hypervisor or VMM in any case. This will mainly give hypercalls. If any non-virtualized instruction come inside, it will be replaced by hypercalls. So hypercalls are then forwarded to host computer, which will serve the instruction which comes from the guest OS. So if it is from user apps, if the request is from user apps, it will directly serve the system hardware. This is the approach of para in z86 architecture of Microsoft Windows. So unlike full, para involves modifying kernel to replace the non-virtualized instructions with hypercalls, which communicates with the virtualization layer architecture. Para can't support unmodified OS, and so compatibility and portability will be reduced. In full and para, there are 2 different techniques. In full, guest OS has no awareness whether it is virtualized or not. But when talking about para, it will be aware of whether it is virtualized or not. So then comes the difference between full and para. Whenever talking about full virtualization, we all know that VMs will execute all the instructions without modifying any set of kernel code. It will be less secure when compared to para. Full will always use binary translations, while para will use hypercalls. Full is slower when compared to para. When talking about para, it will be faster when compared to full. This para will use different APIs, which is utilized when OS is subjected to alteration. Example of full is Microsoft and parallel systems go ahead with full. VMware and Sun will go ahead with para. Next comes partial virtualization. This is otherwise called as hardware assisted virtualization. Here also we are having 4 rings, which is termed to be as protection rings. Hardware is called as partial virtualization as well. Here ring 3 is used as user apps, ring 0 is used as guest OS, ring 2 and ring 1 are almost rarely used. Ring 1 is partially virtualized guest OS. Then we will be having the host hardware. Here the levels is divided into 2 varieties. Above host hardware, there will be a non-root privileged mode. Below ring 0, it is root mode privileged level. So kernel is divided into these 2 types of mode. One is non-root mode level, which is called as OP. Then next one is root mode privileged level, which is called as OD. These privileged levels come only when you switch to hardware assisted level or when you need to use hardware assisted levels into picture. If there is any user request, then direct execution of user apps will take place. Whenever it is switches from guest OS or within guest OS, ring 0 will directly go to the VMM. In this level, VMM will be able to trap all the privileged and sensitive instruction calls, and thereby it will remove the need for binary translations or PV to assist with it. The entire thing will be handled by hardware itself. So no PV is needed for capturing such request. This is para-virtualization, EZX architecture. If we are doing with binary translation, dynamic approach will take place in VM code, which will degrade the performance of the entire system. To improve new virtualization approach known as HVM, we can go ahead with hypercalls directly as and when required. So partial virtualization is taking place in some Intel VTX or AMDs. So this partial virtualization will have privileged root mode called as OP and non-privileged root mode called as OD. Privileged and sensitive calls are automatically set to trap the hypervisor and handle the hardware with no need of binary or para-virtualization. This is mainly to separate the production rings. 2 separations are executed by individual hardwares. When using Intel and AMDs, this will take place. This may be limited to 64-bit OS or Intel processor, but in most of the cases, 32-bit will be using this, which will have full length of partial virtualization and it will be very fine. For summarization of this section, we have seen full, para and partial virtualization of EZX architecture, and we have seen the difference between full and para. Thank you, learners.
We have studied about full virtualization, para and partial.